What's up, all you beautiful people? It's your boy, the Vuvuzela here, episode 81 of the Vuvuzela Victory Challenge. And this is a huge landmark for me. It's a huge landmark. 81 episodes into a challenge. We've broken the record of the previous challenge that I did, which never ended because my computer got stolen. But we've made it to the Vuvuzela Victory Challenge. It is an exciting episode. Huge things are happening in today's episode, so make sure you stay tuned for that, or just carry on watching the video. Don't just leave now because you heard something. Just stay and watch. Hit subscribe and notify as well. Leave a comment or two. Tell me your thoughts on today's episode. I really want to hear it. Without further ado, let's run that intro. Guys, we're back with some more football action, and yeah, I've made a decision. And I'm going to show you that decision in a short little bit. We're just on the Porto page, having a look at what's happening. One thing I did notice is our key player is Marcus Duarte, whose value has ridiculously gone up high to 51 million. We bought him for almost 20. He's up to 50 million. Another player that I'd noticed had a huge evaluation was Thiago Almeida. You can see he's up to 58 million. He came through our youth academy, which is absolutely amazing. We can just have a quick look. Of course, we haven't played any games since the Feyenoord game. And you're thinking, but Vaz, we're supposed to come back for Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund. And yes, that was the plan. But this has happened. Liverpool have given me a contract. Now, I had an interview with him about a week ago, and they gave me the contract, and it's a significant wage increase. Now, one of the rules for the Vuvuzela Challenge is if I get an interview, I need to do the interview. Doesn't necessarily mean that I need to take the offer. Now, the big difference is, I'm currently on 9,000 per week. A new contract was recently signed. Liverpool offering me 105,000 per week, which is a huge step up. So, yeah, guys, I am going to take this job. I am going to move to Liverpool. I know I'm wearing a Man United shirt because I am a Man United fan, but I think the prospect of training at Liverpool with full-star training facilities, recruitment, junior facilities, all that. They've got a transfer budget of 162 million. Actually 183 million left. It is a pretty aging squad in terms of just players. You can see a lot of the 36, 33-year-olds. A lot of these guys I'm going to try and sell right now in the transfer market, although a lot of their contracts all expire now. So we can try and sell them. I don't know if we'll be able to sell. I mean, there's some good players in here, the likes of Soboslai, Trent Alexander, Konate, Kvaratskhelia, Ramses is there. There's some good players. Harvey Elliott is still there. Marvel. Don't know this guy, but he looks good. He looks very good, actually. Bought from Real Madrid for 59 million. Looks like a decent little player. Some other decent players. You've got like Vite Roque, a FM god. People always buy him. I don't see the appeal too much in him, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of dealing and wheeling as I go through this season. But with that being said, let me start negotiations, accept the job. I'm not going to increase. Should we go increase? Let's try 120. Will that take me 120? 115. We'll go with 115. That's fine. 3-year contract. We are now officially the manager of Liverpool. Once I click continue and this little thing goes over, there we go. In a move that is sure to spark plenty of heated debate, Vasilio Gueridis has left FC Porto to join Liverpool. He lifted the Liga Portugal with Portugal in May, on 2 occasions, by the way. Vasilio will be managing the rivals of Man United, one of his favorite clubs, adding further intrigue to an already interesting appointment. Gueridis will face pressure from bringing immediate success to Anfield, having stepped up from the previous standing to take sole charge. He will need to hit the ground running. Rafael Wiki was considered the top target, but they've gone with me. Liverpool, I didn't mention this, but they are currently sitting in 16th place at the moment. Their media prediction is 3rd. They are a very decorated club. It hurts me a little bit. It hurts me a little bit that I am going to manage Liverpool, but I think for the sake of trying to get into the let's confirm all that, to get into the obviously the top level, we need to do that. Mass exodus of people as well. Benny McCarthy has left, Morgat Monjosi has left, Stephen Defoe, Marcus Sangeni. I might look at coming in collecting those. We need to see what's currently happening in the Liverpool team. So give me a little bit of time quickly. We've got the youth intake for Liverpool, which is cool. That's very early, isn't it? In December. You normally only get that like in March, and then you get the intake in April. But there we go. We're going to have some good strikers and good central midfielders, which I like to see. Yeah, so give me a moment. Let me go sort everything out. We'll run through the squad. We'll go through it. We do have our first game coming up. I am going to start right into it. We are going to play Leeds in our first game for this one. We are still in the Champions League, which is quite important as well. We have officially qualified for the Champions League in 5th place currently. We're actually ahead of Porto, which is nice to see. I might be rating Porto for some players. Stay tuned, and we'll come back in a few moments. Right, ladies and gents, I've had a look at this Liverpool. First of all, first thing we need to talk about is these wages. I mean, Victor Roque is on 425,000. Amuda is on 425,000. Kvaratskhelia is on 375. Lamal is on 350. Yes, we have Yamal there. Yamal. We have two very, very good attacking right. And Lautaro Amunda is actually better than Lamal, in my opinion, as well. And he's valued at 225 million, which is huge. But yeah, these are some huge transfers. What I've done is everybody that's over the age of like 32, I've actually offered out, because these guys are the ones on huge wages. From Ramsey, I mean, it's just ridiculous. In fact, even Lupini is 29. Huge wages. So before I can sign anybody, I need to reduce the wage budget quite a bit. In terms of that, I have actually made offers on 3 Porto players. That's right, I am rating Porto a little bit. Julio Cesar, Alonso, and Vida. I feel like the centre-back situation, we don't really have centre-backs. We've got 2 that are ready to start and 1 that's developing in Yaya. So I think we definitely need another 2 to come in there, because I probably will try and sell Moscardo as well. He's not that good. Marvel is good. At 31, though, if an offer comes in for him, I'll probably let him go. He's on 210,000. Not going to actively try and sell him out. And then the left wing position is where we really are lacking. We only have Kvaratskhelia who can really play in that position naturally. There is the likes of like Jacob Ramsey who can fill in, but probably not going to be in that sort of position. Trying to let him go, as well as the other option was Harvey Elliott, who can play in the left-hand side. He is naturally left-footed, which is weird that he can't play this left side, but that's sort of what we're doing. In terms of the tactic, this is what I've gone for. This is what we kind of have in the squad. I can't really play the 2 striker, 2 DMs, because we don't really have DMs, but that could change, because once I sell off some players, I can then look at bringing in 2 DMs and then switch to that tactic. We do have a lot of good attacking midfielders who can also play striker, so that is the option that we can move in. But this is sort of the first team for now that I have mapped out. It's probably going to be the game that's the players going to start against Leeds, bar 2 injuries with Kvaratskhelia and Heidel. But anything can happen in these next 2 days. I'm going to go ahead and just hit continue till we get to the first game. We want to see the first game against Leeds at least. Any transfer news that comes in, I will let you know. I'm also going to sort out the staff section, because there's a lot of staff that left with the previous manager. So we have a lot of gaps in terms of staffing, and I want to sort all of that out before we get to the game at least. Right, ladies and gents, we have our first game against Leeds coming up. This is how we're going to line up for now. We're going to have Wilson in goals because Heidel is injured. Heidel is technically the better goalkeeper on paper, but Tyler Wilson, 20 years old, has been Liverpool's first team choice for a while. Heidel has been out for quite some time with an injury, for 3 months with his damaged spine. So he is still coming back from injury. Nestorov on the right-hand side, very good right back. I do like the look of him quite a bit, so I'm hoping to see some good results from him. We're going to go with Yaya and Marvel in the centre-back. Moscardo, not 100% fully fit, still recovering from a previous injury. And then Gutierrez on the left-hand side because Dubek is not 100% fit to start this game. I do prefer Dubok, but we will start with Gutierrez for now on that right side. At 33 years old, he's still extremely capable on that left-hand side, so he will start. In the midfield, we're going to go with Sigun, who I do like the look of quite a bit. The 21-year-old Belgian international looks like he could be a very good centre mid, especially as a ball-winning midfielder. He looks quite good. And then we're going to go with our Nigerian Englishman in Emmanuel Chingozi as the roaming playmaker. I think as a roaming playmaker, he looks very, very suited for that position. Other than his passing, everything else is pretty darn good for him to be in that position. And then on the right-hand side, we're going to go with Lamine Yamal, going to be on that right-hand side. I was thinking of starting him as a striker instead of Victor Roque, but he's not that tall to play as an advanced forward, and I feel like his attributes are better for a inside forward on support. I think he is definitely more up for that than anything else. In the midfield, we're going to go with Barroso as the attacking midfielder. I think he will be probably the first choice ahead of Soboslai, only 20 years old, so expect to see some rotation going on there, playing as an attacking midfielder. He looks like he could be pretty good. On the right-hand side, we have to go with Ramsey, Jacob Ramsey. Probably not the best choice for left side on the inside forward, but can definitely do the job. Kvaratskhelia is currently injured, and Harvey Elliott is also out injured, so doesn't help us a lot on that left-hand side. And then up front, we're going with Vitor Roque. I mean, he is just phenomenal in the save. He is absolutely amazing, and I expect to see a lot of goals from him. We wanted a shout out though to Andergren. This was a guy that I tried to sign back when we were with Thun. When he was still playing at Basel, and Liverpool signed him instead of me back in 2031-32. I really, really wanted this dude, and I'm a bit sad. I'm actually a bit glad I didn't sign him because he has not developed well at all. In fact, I'm probably looking at selling him on for 50 million. I think we can cash in on that quite a bit. We need to raise some money. We need to get rid of some of the aged players as well. Try and build up a brand new squad. Literally, there's about 10 to 13 players that I can all look going on there. I've looked at the under-21s. I've looked at the under-19s. Not great prospects in there. There is one or two who are currently out on loan that I might consider recalling if I can to come in if we don't do a lot of dealings in the last week of the transfer market. But yeah, let's take on Leeds. We're going to Anfield, our first ever home game. The players are not happy with the tactics that I've chosen, apparently. They prefer a more direct style. I don't know what they mean by that because I'm playing fairly direct. Well, not fairly direct. We're actually playing a very short passing game, but I feel like that's better for now. So, ignore the critics. Go out there, enjoy yourselves. First game as Liverpool manager. We're taking on Leeds United. Leeds United, the likes of Archer. A weird formation, though. I've never actually seen the AI do this of 4-1-2-2-1 formation. Archie Gray, of course, we know him from the England squad. Very, very good player. Might be a player I might be looking at as well. Is there on the scouting list. This is another guy that I have sort of sent a scout to do. Not him, sorry. There we go. Awad, rather, the Egyptian. He looks like he could potentially be good. We do have a scout on him. Okay, let's click on him. But anyway, so we are going to have a look at him as a potential centre mid option for us as well. But yeah, let's go to the game, guys. Let's go take on Leeds United. And we're going to kick off the first highlight in the 5th minute with Nesterov going down to the wing, crosses into Jacob Ramsey. Not the tallest of players, not looking for the header there. But Gutierrez goes down in the box. I have not sorted out the penalty kick takers. I don't know who my best penalty kick taker is. It is Vitor Roque, so yeah, you can obviously take it. We'll put you some extra guys in there as well. Okay, we can't. We'll just keep it as Victor. Vitor Roque can step up and take the penalty. That is going to be a penalty. Gutierrez was dispossessed illegally in the box. And Vitor Roque steps up to score the first goal for Liverpool under the management of Vasilij Griz, and he doesn't score it. Keeper makes an amazing save. It wasn't a great penalty to be completely honest, but I feel like he should have done a little bit better. Marvel, by the way, is our new club captain, replacing Trent Alexander-Arnold in that position. Of course, Trent is retiring, so I feel like it's a good opportunity to try and have another captain step up. Trent is still the vice captain. Apparently, the fans are happy with the choice of making Marvel the captain. He is a player that, unfortunately, will probably be out the door in the summer. Not now, though. Lamine Yamal going down the wing. Beautiful cross down there. Barroso couldn't get the touch in. Andy Gray pulls it away. But Chingozi wins it back. Ramsey now looking for options. Goes through. Barroso's through on goal. Alfred Barroso scores his first goal of the season. What a time for him to score a worldie of a goal. A beautiful pass there from, who was that? That was Chingozi with, no, it was actually Ramsey who took over the top there, took a wicked deflection. Barroso in the right place at the right time. And Liverpool are leading against Leeds at the moment. Of course, we are sitting currently in 16th place, but if we do win this game, of course, we're the only team playing early kickoff. We can move up to 12th for the time being. Hopefully, if other results go our way, we can sit a little bit higher than 16th in the log. We will at least, because I think Leeds are ahead of us, so we will start ahead of Leeds, or finish at least ahead of Leeds, I think. Must actually just double check that. I know Norwich is our next game, and they're bottom of the table. That is the game I am going to bring you as well. Gray takes a shot. It took a deflection off one of the defenders, and that is a goal for Leeds. They've replied just before the halftime mark. Their 50th goal of the season. And that was just unlucky there from Gutierrez there. Just was in the wrong place at the wrong time there. And we've got a kickoff highlight. Can we restore our lead just before halftime? Sigrin to Yaya. Nistorov. Back all the way to Wilson. Goalkeeper should be number one priority for us as well. I've tried to make an offer for Diaz. They rejected the offer that I made an offer for him. They wanted a little bit more money than I'm expected to pay. It's kind of been the problem with Porto at the moment. But Barroso balloons that over the top. There, that could have been a good opportunity to restore the lead. Coming into halftime, we haven't played bad. There is going to be one last corner though. Lamine Yamal going to Yaya. Can't pick up Yaya over Trinidad. He's got a second opportunity. Vite Roque to make up for the missed penalty. He doesn't, but Jacob Ramsey is there on the left flank. The 33-year-old Englishman, Jacob Ramsey, with a scorcher of a finish there. That was brilliant. And just before halftime, we go 2-1 up. Vite Roque decided to take the shot. It took a deflection to Ramsey. And it looks like all three goals this game have come off bad deflections, which ended in good results. But yeah, you can see we've absolutely dominated Leeds at the moment. We're doing well in terms of performance. I'm happy with how they're doing. I'm not going to berate them too much. We're going into the second half. We need to get that goal difference up. We're currently on -2. So we need to score a lot of goals and we need to win games. That is the main goal for this Liverpool save right now. That is what we need to do to get them back into European contention. Nistorov goes through his defender very easily, takes his touch back. Barroso hits the bar, trying to score his second goal of the game. And Travassos comes through with Leeds now. He loses out to Gutierrez, who's actually had surprising, despite having the deflected goal, he's actually playing very well on that left-hand side. Nistorov does well again. Yaya looking for options. Goes to Nistorov. This is some good flowing football from Liverpool. Nistorov back to Yaya. Back to Nistorov. Back to Lamine Yamal. Barroso looking for options. Back to Yaya. Nistorov. Singrin. Back to Chingozi. Lamal trying to break through. He does come through. Takes the shot as well. Maybe there were better options there for Lamine Yamal, but we are going to make some swaps. And a few players looking a little bit tired out there and not performing. Vite Roque, one of them. I am going to bring on Nieto as the striker. I think Nieto can definitely step up when he needs to. 25-year-old Colombian, 53 caps for them. Definitely need him to get on the score sheet. Lamine Yamal not having the best of the game either. We're going to bring on Amunda to play on that right-hand side. Elsewhere, I'm looking at the likes of Gutierrez, looking a little bit tired. We do have Bobek. I'm going to bring on Dubek on that left-hand side. Like I said, Gutierrez has played well. Just don't think too well. It was just age, I think. And then Lupini is going to come in for Seguin there just to solidify this midfield a little bit there. Get some fresh legs in all of the different areas of the field. I think it's necessary. And here comes one of our subs now. Back to Yaya. Marvel. Looking for options. Finds Dubak on that left flank. A bit more attacking minded than Gutierrez. Amanda launches it back in. Couldn't find anyone. Ramsey gets a bit lucky hitting the corner flag there. Nistorov back to Amanda. Back to Ramsey looking for the looping header. And he doesn't find it. Amanda probably a little bit better on paper than Lamine Yamal. But I mean, you got to go with Lamine sometimes. You know, you got to go with the names rather than this, you know, the skills, I guess. And he needs to prove me wrong. He needs to prove that he is better than Lamine Yamal. And maybe that means we need to find a different position for Lamine. Ramsey now coming inside on the left-hand side. Chingoze, Dubok cuts inside. Beautifully done. Nieto couldn't get the shot in. Too many bodies blocking the line. And we're creating a lot. We definitely are creating a lot. We're just not finishing, which seems to be a huge little problem for Liverpool at the moment. It's just their finishing isn't great. Defensively, though, we're looking a little bit shaky here with Archer. That was just wide of Wilson's goal. Nistorov again. And you can see we're just on the attack constantly with Liverpool. We're just not getting those final touches. But maybe we've got something out. Barroso goes short into Ramsey. He scores his second of the game, the third of the season. And you know what? Maybe Jacob Ramsey is making a play for you. He's 33 years of age, has scored 2 goals against Leeds on that left-hand side. It's a bit of a problem side that we have. Maybe he's the man to step up. I mean, by the 33, I'm not holding my hope there. He's definitely going to be gone in the summer, if not now. I'm not going to sit with 33. Petrovic goes in there. Gray there. I think Gray was offside. He did score the first goal for Leeds. I think that was offside there. He was way ahead of the ball when, yeah, I thought so. Can have a look at the lines. Yeah, he was, I'm not going. When Petrovic volleyed that back, I mean, he was, yeah, there we go. In fact, Awad was also offside there when the ball was played. But this is a good result for Liverpool. Something that was desperately needed. A good victory, a convincing victory over Leeds. Yes, we conceded a goal, not the greatest, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, being 3-1 up, possibly 4-1 up, with Neto picking up another goal is absolutely fantastic. It brings our goal difference down to 0, which is exactly, you know, tick one thing off the list already that we've restored the goal difference. We obviously need to get a better goal difference than 0, but that is some good play there from the substitutes. Amunda and Nieto setting up nicely there. And a 4-1 convincing victory over Leeds is exactly what we want. I'd like to keep it at 4-1. There is a free kick now for Leeds, though. And it's the long one. Ord steps up. Is he going to do shenanigans or is he going to go for the goal? Or is Wilson going to save? Wilson doesn't save, but it hits the crossbar and we get away with that one. I think you can just blow the whistle now, ref. There's no need to prolong this any longer than we have. A good, solid result there from our team. Our boys stepped up. Alfred Barroso scoring his first goal for the club. Been playing as a centre mid. We've decided to play as attacking mid. He's a much better attacking midfielder than he is centre mid. 20 years old. He's going to develop into something amazing. Fantastic little win for us. Off to a great start. We've got Norwich coming up, who are sitting bottom of the table. Potentially more points available for us. Leeds weren't above us, by the way. They were just behind us in 17th. So it could potentially drop back down to 16th if Brighton, Brentford, Bournemouth, and Everton all win. We'll keep an eye on that when we come to the Norwich game in 2 days' time. Just finalizing some coaches and everything like that. We'll see you for the Norwich game. Right, ladies and gents, we're back for the Norwich game. Going to Norwich. They actually won their game, so they're off the bottom of the table. They're up to 17th or 19th now. They were 17th at one stage. They've dropped down to 19th. We've stayed at 12th. We can't go up higher, but we can close that gap on the rest of the pack. I think Wolves are just in front of us. In terms of how we're going to line up, we're starting with the same team that beat Leeds 4-1. One swap only. Yaya is coming out. Moscato is coming in as the centre-back. I want to give Moscato, he complained that he's not getting enough game time. Probably one of those on Sunday. We are accepting a bids on a few of the players. We'll just go through that quickly. Nicholas Heidel, there's a bid of 9 million from Roma. We're going to take that. Konate, a bid for 3 million. We're taking that. Zara, a bid of 5 million from 2 Saudi teams, taking that one. And then I think it was, and 36 million from Southampton. It's 18 and then 18 installments, but he's not going to play in this team. He's not that good. We are going to, like I said, I need to trim down the wage budget a little bit and then bring in some players. In terms of players bringing in, we have 2 potential signings coming in, 2 centre-backs in Gabriel Alonso and Julio Cesar. Both have been accepted. 15 million for Alonso, rising to 66 million for Julio Cesar. If I can bring both of them in, it would be absolutely fantastic. In fact, I personally believe that. I think both of them could start as the 2 centre-backs ahead of those 2. So that's where we're at the moment. We're going to take on Norwich. Oh, wait, that's the other one I wanted to do. The other swap. Gutierrez can come off for Duboc. He is 100% fit again to play. So that's the only other swap we're doing. Let's go to the game. Well, we've played about almost 15 minutes of the first half. There hasn't been a single highlight in the game so far. We have been dominating Norwich by all aspects of the stats, but Vite Roque goes for a little header. McKenna easily saves that. During this, in between Leeds and Norwich, I was having a look at just, scouting some players, and I realized there isn't a lot of good English players coming through for the national team. So I think moving to Liverpool as well will actually definitely help my chances as the England national manager to try and help develop the country. Sort of like a build the save almost thing. You expect England to have, the best players. It's always just OP and FM manager. But here comes Ramsey now, though. Speaking of English talent, he crosses into Vite Roque, and that's another assist for Ramsey on that left-hand side. So much so that I've actually decided I might keep Ramsey until at least the end of the season. He seems to be quite a good little player, and in fact, even trying to find a way to be in contention for English national service. I think there could be a time where he finds himself into the England team. In terms of English players in Liverpool at the moment, we don't have any. And of course, speaking of Ramsey, he goes and gets himself injured. We're going to have to bring in Harvey Elliott to play on that left-hand side. I can also play Soboslai on the left. I'd rather go with Elliott. Give some English talent a little bit of a cheer. Like I was saying, in terms of our first team English players, we only got Tyler Wilson, Harvey Elliott, and Jacob Ramsey. That's all our English players in our team. There's a couple that have like half nationality. But yeah, we definitely need to bring in some English talent into Liverpool as well. Some good English talent to try and help, just build up the England national team as well. As we move towards the end of the half, we are leading 1-0 thanks to a Jacob Ramsey assist to Vite Roque goal. Could there be a second just before halftime, or Norwich now on the attack though? They could equal. If they equalize now, I'd be really, really annoyed, because we've actually been very good in terms of just dominating this half. Harwood Bellis goes to Alfred, looking for options. He finds Jorge, goes back to Roth. Moore on the left flank, cutting inside with the low cross. Marvel there to clean up the pieces. Barroso goes through now on the counter-attack. Beautiful ball to Vite Roque. He rounds the keeper. McKenna did super well to get back. He didn't actually make the save. Roque missed the goals. He shot wide. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's go jump to the second half. I just want to have a look at this. I thought it was Mikey Moore. It's Paul Moore. English youngster. Not a bad little English left wing, eh? Not a bad little English left wing. Half-time, I'm not happy with the team. We need to do better. We need to get more into the proper shots on target and just really test McKenna out a little bit. Maybe Vite Roque isn't the best option for striker. Maybe he would be more suited on the right-hand side. Duboc picks up the header, hits the crossbar. Marvel was in offside position when he tried to pick that up. You know what I'm going to do, though? I am going to make that swap just after this highlight. Lamal is not playing well on that right-hand side. Nistorov Goes for the cross. Looking for Harvey Elliott. Simple little header. McKenna. That was suspicious. That was suspicious. It looked like it was past the line. We'll give him benefit of the doubt. Goal line technology and all that jazz. Dubok. Beautifully done. Barroso. Vite Roque with the second. That is offside. That is offside. Yeah, that was offside. Definitely offside. All right, let's make those swaps so we don't need to see the offside again. Let's make those swaps. Lamal having a terrible game out on the right-hand side. Amunda can come in there. Elsewhere, Harvey Elliott not playing well. He has come on as a sub, though. Seguin not playing well. We'll bring on Lipani just to sort of solidify that center mid a little bit. Defenders not doing well. Both my wingbacks on yellow cards. Not a big fan of that. We'll let it play for a little bit longer, see how it goes. Maybe we take off Harvey Elliott if he doesn't improve a little bit. He has had a lot of time on the field since the 30th minute. Probably will leave him on. I'm not a big fan of taking off subs unless I desperately need to. And I don't think Harvey Elliott, you know, he's come back from a little bit of a flu. So we'll give him benefit of the doubt in terms of that. There goes Elliott, though. He's fine. Chigozi, who's got Barroso through on goal. Barroso with the little tap over the keeper. That's his second of the game. I don't understand why Liverpool were not playing Barroso. I don't understand what the previous manager was thinking. I don't even know who the previous manager is. I'm actually going to check who the previous manager is because there was some good talent that he was just not playing. And Barroso is one of them. 20-year-old attacking midfielder. He was training him as a defensive midfielder. I mean, that just makes no sense to me. He's such a good attacking-minded player. And then, you know what, we are going to make some small swaps. Some guys are looking very tired out there. Barroso, one of them, looking very tired out there. We'll give him a bit of a rest. Scored a goal. Soboslai can come on for him. And then elsewhere, Chingozi looking very tired as well. We'll bring on Surt Demir. Zidane Surt Demir, a Danish-Turkish player. He plays for... Who does he play for? Does he play for Denmark or does he play for Turkey? He plays for Denmark. Okay. So there you go. Danish international coming in as the roaming playmaker. First time playing for me. That's all the swaps we can do. We're 2-0 up. I'm looking happy. I'm feeling happy. We're closing the gap now to 7th place. It's just 5 points over them. Of course, everybody has a game ahead of us because no one else is playing today. We're the only team playing today. But it's positive strides in this Liverpool team to try and rebuild them into the juggernauts that they once were. Obviously, I don't want them to be the ultimate juggernauts because I'm still a United fan at heart. It will be a bit difficult when I do play them. And Vite Roque with the shot just goes wide. Of course, it will hurt me a little bit when I do beat Man United, but for the sake of the Vuvuzela Victory Challenge, it has to be done. That is a good, convincing victory for us. 2-0 over Norwich. Really, really do like that. That puts us back into sort of a recovery where we need to be. Wilson gets his increase after playing games. Ramsey's out for 4 weeks. And he's also not close to triggering his thing. Nistov gets man of the match. Well done. Not doing anything and you get man of the match. Great stuff. Now, in terms of when we're coming back, I've had a look at the fixtures. There is 2 Champions League games coming up in Club Brugge and Napoli, which I might consider skipping, because we've got Man City and Tottenham and Chelsea coming up in the end of February. It is a long way away, so that might be another feature. The other game I do want to show is maybe Newcastle and Burnley. I mean, those could be some fun games. You know what, guys? We'll come back when we come back. Well, there you have it, folks. The manager of one of my least favorite teams in the world. It was a difficult decision for me to make. I won't lie to you guys. As a United fan, this was very, very challenging. But I feel like it was the best opportunity to try and make it into the Hall of Fame. Liverpool are a big club. I don't want, I'm not going to take anything away from them. And we have bigger opportunities because I feel like the FA Cup and the Premier League hold a little bit more weight in terms of the game. So it was a no-brainer for me. I'm the manager of Liverpool, which is exciting. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you give us the thumbs up. And, of course, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Your boy, the Vaslap, is out of here. Peace. Chicken grease.